Hi, Tim from Proclaim AV here, and today we're going to talk about 4 feedback fixes. Let's check it out. So before we talk about 4 feedback fixes, we really need to talk about what is feedback and why does it occur. So feedback, here's a definition for you. Feedback occurs when a sound loop exists between an audio input, for example a microphone, and an audio output, for example a loudspeaker. So this is pretty common. And what really occurs here is that you're speaking, let's say, into a microphone, and that comes back out of the speaker, but the microphone can hear the output of the speaker. And so it re-amplifies it and pushes it back through the system, and makes it even louder, comes out the speaker louder, goes into the mic louder, and just starts to build on itself in a feedback loop. So in our 4 feedback fixes, the very first one we have, place the mic behind the speakers. Now we just talked about how a feedback loop occurs because the output of the speaker is getting into the microphone. So if we place the mic behind the speaker, then that's much less likely to occur. Now this doesn't seem very complicated, but I see it all the time where speakers are behind the person with the microphone or set up that way, and you're just asking for a feedback loop. Number 2, turn down the mic. The feedback loop occurs because it's continuously putting in the same volume. If you turn the mic down, you'll start ending the loop because the speaker is a little quieter and the mic can't pick it up anymore. So turning down the volume is a big plus. But you say, now Tim, I've turned the volume down, but nobody can hear the person. Well, that's what we have fix number 3. Fix number 3 is move the mic closer to the source. Now this doesn't seem pretty complicated either, but you'd be surprised the difference in audio volume you can get by just changing a couple of inches. Let's demonstrate. So if I come away from my mic, you notice that it's not that far. Maybe maybe 6 inches. But when I come back up to it, I get a nice strong signal. So what does this let you do? Well, it lets you run the volume a little lower, and by doing that, the mic still picks up the same, but when you move the sound source a little closer, then you get a better signal, but you're not going to have feedback. So it's not complicated, but sometimes it can be hard to do depending on your situation. Fix number 4, EQ the microphone. Now we said earlier that feedback is frequency dependent. So a lot of times you'll hear a high-pitched squeal or maybe a low feedback rumble or some sort of a mid-range feedback tone. On mixer boards, you have an equalizer adjustment for each channel. There's a high, there's a mid, and there's a low. So just listen approximately. Are you getting a high squeal type feedback? Make a small cut to the highs. And when I say that, I mean turn the highs down just a little bit. Now don't crank it all the way over because you're going to get a really muddy sound, but just gently move it over until the ring starts to go away. Same with a mid type feedback. If you're getting a ring in your mids, kind of cut that a little bit and see if that helps. Also the same with the lows. We're on the same page here. So identify the sort of the frequency range of your feedback and make a small cut to see if it helps. Now while I'm on the subject of EQ, I will note that a lot of people will use a boosted EQ, and sometimes that can lead to the feedback. If you have your highs turned up or your mids turned up a lot or your lows turned up a lot, that can actually lead to feedback. Okay, so let's review the 4 feedback fixes. Number 1, place the mic behind the speakers. Number 2, turn down the mic. Number 3, move the mic closer to the source. And number 4, EQ the mic. Hey, I hope this video was a help to you. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and maybe share our channel with somebody else who could use it. Thanks for watching.